Alright, we can just start up here up front in the cabin. We're using it for shoe storage right now, but front dash, entrance, and the passenger seat has, I guess, close-up of the upholstery. Swivels, of course. And it does have the extended electronic recliner seat, which is nice for use. It is usable while in transit or while stationary. But I wanted to start up here to show the digital dashboard. I think if you're considering an Aria, getting a model year 2020 or newer is vital because of this digital dashboard. And it might start chiming at me because of the air. It wants us to fill in the airbags, which will happen after the engine is turned on. But it's beyond just being visible, perfectly visible, no matter how sunny or dark it is outside. The option to just customize the gauges is amazing. And to be able to go through diagnostics, go through error messages, go through and actually see real error messages or diagnostic information that allows you to understand what's going on rather than just, you know, an error code or something that would happen on a non-digital dash. If I go down here, vehicle configuration, diagnostics, you can see any faults, see any internals, anything related to the chassis. Great, so no faults right now. So that's the digital dash. You can customize it, navigating through the buttons here. Transmission, self-explanatory there. Backup cameras, as well as, of course, the blinker, the side cameras on either side, and the control panel over here on the left. Service lights, dock lights, heated mirrors, the air horn. Back here you have your leveling system, and of course I have my Garmin GPS that I just plug in here. It's one of the available outlets. Okay, Allison, go ahead and show the bunk. Power motorized front bunk that our daughters use as basically a full bedroom. So we've taken off some of the cabinetry there, but they just go back on super easy with a couple screws, right, like that. So we of course keep the cabinetry. Those two cabinets we're missing, they're underneath in the basement, so you can access them anytime. Now, everyone always wants to know about the sofa condition.
We've taken great pains to keep the sofas covered at all times. We've got the sofa covered as well as the dinette, so it does help minimize any kind of dye transfer from clothing, all of the stuff that could happen.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure that we eliminated that risk. We can show you that there's...
I don't think there are any blemishes on the sofa.
No, none.
While you're getting that ready, I can show you there is a blemish on the driver's seat here, right on, I think, this side. Yep, on the arm. So this I believe this can be zipped off. Yeah, this cover can be zipped off and replaced if you like, but it's been pretty minimal. Otherwise, it's in great shape. Okay, here's the sofa seats.
And the back's the same. It's just got straps, but nothing on that too. And then the dinette, this side does have the double seat belts. That's what this is for. The seat belts feed up through there. That's totally clear.
And there's some storage under here, by the way.
There's no storage underneath this one like that, but it does have a slide out drawer.
Yep.
Which is nice.
For all your Nintendo Switches. A close up of the upholstery. You can see the upholstery is in great shape all around.
All of the windows in the motorhome have pull down automatic window shades.
And also the screens.
Oh, that's right, these two have screens.
Yeah.
And screens. The front windshield does have an automatic with a button.
Yeah.
The night screen and the...
Yeah, it's a shade.
So everything else is pull release. That one's got buttons there. We've got storage, lots of storage.
Well, people do. They always ask about the color of the cabinetry. So it is the gray, not the fake dark brown that you see in some model years. This one is really nice, and the cabinets open bottom to top, not side to side, as the previous model years do, which lets you get a lot more easy access to the whole width of the storage compartment.
3 storage above the dinette.
Yep. Oh, and real quick, it's a big, real oversized dinette. It's hard to really put it into perspective, but a family of 5 easily, because we just put one chair at the end, and a family of 5 easily, it really is oversized. That's, I think, a 50 or 55 inch TV.
Much wider than most. In the kitchen, we do have just a normal cabinet here that goes pretty far back. Over here, we have a cabinet that has a lip in the back, so the shelf actually goes back, I'd say almost 2.5 feet. It's pretty deep.
Oh, and just for a size, there's a full, paper towel holder. So if you have appliances, you're wondering if they fit underneath that, on that raised, elevated part of the kitchen counter. Just for reference, a kettle. We have a toaster oven on an additional.
There's 5 outlets here, 3 on the post and 2 here. There's 2 on the other side over there, so there's plenty of places to plug in the kitchen.
Yeah, and there's one underneath the top there.
The stovetop is induction, so the induction stovetop does require special pots and pans, but I picked up some inexpensive ones on Amazon, no problem. This really is fantastic. It's a microwave, fully functional microwave, but also oven.
Yeah, because there's rather than a down below oven, it's just storage, pull-out storage for pots and pans. But this has been a fantastic oven.
So this has convection. You can soften butter, defrost. It's really like any other oven and microwave together. I've done everything from make roasts, bake cakes.
Kids do cupcakes and cookies.
Yeah,
we've done pizzas.
We've done everything in here, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really large inside.
Yeah. Down here, this has 2 large pull-out drawers that are pretty deep and go back really wide. You can see I've got, several pots and pans, lots of different things in there. So tons of space. This pulls out
it's a little extension.
As an extra countertop, and
yep.
need that while you're working. And then 2 regular drawers. Storage under here for under the sink. This just goes through to both sides, but it's the same cabinet.
Do a quick 360 of standing in the middle of the living area. The double pullouts in the living area just make all the difference in the world in terms of spaciousness. Oh, and here's one of the cosmetic issues right here underneath this window. You see a little bit of this ruffling here of the wallpaper. That was there when we bought it, and when we had it inspected, we had it called out as like, is this water damage? And no, it's just a deformation of the material. We've had other Thor Aria and other full-time RVers tell us how we could iron that back, but we just haven't bothered to do it yet. There's no damage, there's no water damage to speak of that we've found anyway.
We have a full-size refrigerator in here, which is a must when you have a large family. It has ice maker up here, which is fantastic, because that's really handy to have on the road. With full-size fridge down here.
Residential fridge.
And then the washer and dryer. People always ask us, do you guys actually use it? And I say all the time.
Yep.
They're
Whirlpool, both of them, so excellent quality.
It's fantastic. We use it all the time. It works great, like anything else, and it saves you from having to sit at the laundromat all the time.
Yep.
Which is really nice.
Oh, the light panels. So if I click it, it just turns it off, lights on. But funny, we've run into people who have the same model as we do, and they didn't know this. If you just click and hold on them, the lights will dim. So you can just leave it to whatever dim level you want. And then, so wait for that to come back up. And then this whole thing actually just pops right off. So you can take this with you to the sofa, take it with you to wherever you are, outside, what have you, and you can make use of this anywhere since it's wireless. It still works just fine. And it makes it easy to replace the battery.
This is your first set of doors, or
Pocket doors. There are 3 sets of pocket doors in this rig.
So this one separates the front half of the rig, the kitchen dining room area, from the bunks.
The bunk
and so the bunkhouse has its own separate. You'll see the second door is partially open back here, so you can see. So this whole area becomes closed off like a bedroom. What is also really wonderful about this model is the huge amount of space for storing food here.
Yeah.
This is a huge pantry, along with this pull-out right here, which I thought this was magical when we bought it because I've never seen such an efficient use of space.
Yeah.
But this thing pulls out and can load it up with stuff. So that's fantastic.
We have just to clean up to make the rig more presentable for the video. We have kind of stuffed the bunks full of storage stuff, but just so you can see the full length of it, I think it's like 7 feet, and they each have their own TV in the top and bottom bunk, and window which opens so you can let airflow in, and it also has the shade, the night shade, the sunshade. So bunk 1, and then bunk 2 down here is just storage for right now.
And then underneath the bunks there are 2 drawers down here. They both pull up pretty far.
Yep.
So there's definitely enough storage down there for kids to store some of their stuff. This is the first bathroom.
Yeah, so this is again the 2020 Thor Aria 4000, and this has 2 full baths. So you'll see this has both of them have porcelain toilets. This one is the step flush model. And the back one is different. So we have the you want to open up the medicine cabinet. Yep.
Here, storage down here, some storage.
And since we don't have we're not pulling a trailer or anything, we don't have any additional storage, and basically we realized that the kids were only using our shower in the back, so we decided
we have the good channel.
We decided to just make use of this shower as an additional jumbo pantry. But of course it's also it could just be used as a normal shower with actually a pretty decent tub. It's hard to see, but there's some depth to this tub. So if you need to, wash a pet or a toddler or whatever, you have a usable tub there. That's the full bathroom. Okay, so that's the bathroom, and then if we go right here, it's worth calling out the panel. This is basically the central instrument panel where you can manage everything. You got electric, generator, auto gen start settings right there. You can just tap in there for auto gen start. If you want to set it for what voltage you want it to kick in, for how long, for the maximum length, how many times it should restart, all that stuff, all customizable there. Then we have the lights for the whole rig, which you can mess with. HVAC. And we have, we gotta tell the kids to be quiet. We're making a video, kids, jeez. And we have the fans and slide management here. And then of course diving into further settings. But what's excellent, truly excellent, is the mobile app. So Allison and I both have, you don't have it up. Do you have it open on your phone?
So all of the items that are on there are replicated on the mobile app, which you can open, and my favorite thing to do is to use this in bed. Wake up in the middle of the night, feeling a little chilly, a little warm, you want to turn on the lights so that you can go to the bathroom. You can do everything from your phone. So
the whole panel is the same thing on the phone. It's the exact same layout, it's just squished. But it's all there. Mess with the lights, change the thermostats. We use it truly all day, every day on our phones. It's awesome. Okay, and this is the next set of pocket doors. So this separates, and I guess here for wear and tear, this would be probably the most pronounced wear and tear on the doors and walls would be
just where
these pocket doors where they close. Yeah, some scuffs.
The master bedroom and bathroom is quite spacious.
Let me just do a 360 sort of to help show that.
You can do that as I'm talking. There's tons of storage above the bed. There are 4 cabinets. And inside each one we have these plastic totes
I'll come right back too.
To aid in keeping things in here. And
but we really use these really stupidly.
But just to demonstrate, these measure in length of 23 inches. So this whole cabinet goes back probably a solid 2 feet.
Yep.
And then you have 4 of them across, which again, this tote itself is 17 inches. So 20 inches by 24 probably for all 4 of these. So
it's wider than the bed. So I guess we could just say this now. We use that for clothes. We use those for clothing. Even though there's that area and there's this 4-part dresser underneath the bed. So rather than pulling the whole bed up and using access storage this way, it's
That
laid out.
clanking sound you hear is our wine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with it.
So rather than use this area, because this is what a normal person would probably use for all those clothes and stuff. This is just my mobile office. So it's got, cameras, computers, microphones, displays, computer equipment, and then even up here. So she just opened up the TV. So behind the TV is way more super deep storage. It goes way back, and again, I just use it for networking stuff, for computer networking
So
stuff.
this is meant to be another closet.
Yes.
You see, there is actually a closet over here as well. It does have a bar in here, so these shelves
yeah.
can be lifted out.
Yep.
This could be a hanging closet. This can be storage with shelves, whatever your needs are. But again, because Brian requires so much equipment for his job,
I basically do a lot of live streaming and a lot of computer work, so I sit right here with a desk, and this becomes a whole production office. But,
so if it wasn't for all that, we probably wouldn't need the extra space
Yeah.
that we utilize in the shower.
but also, right next to there is a huge closet. It really is enormous, and then it has a pull-out right here that comes all the way out. It goes
With
all the way
separate
back,
compartments.
all the way back. It's hard to see, but it's very deep.
And it's pretty full of our junk right now.
Yep,
3 drawers down at the bottom. These are all
yep. They come all the way out.
the way, and they go pretty deep down. These are deeper than the ones under the bed. They're actually probably both of those together.
Minor storage options by the bed itself, and there's like some cubby back there if you want to put books and things, Kindles and that kind of stuff.
Have USB.
Yeah, both sides have USB.
on each side for plugging in things like cell phones. CPAP machines on the side if you have the CPAP machine.
Yep,
There
there's
are
the
outlets
outlets.
on both sides. And then the bed switch for this one, which is nice, is actually just right here. So this is how you
Yep.
raise and lower the bed.
Yep.
It comes all the way down. I won't bother. It goes all the way flat, or you put it up. And that's
Oh,
it. It needs-
sorry, I interrupted you, but we have. We
Oh,
should say
the
we
mattress?
upgraded the mattress because, of course, you have to. The mattress that it came with was paper thin, so this is a Brooklyn bedding RV King mattress.
And we've always had it covered with
Yes.
a mattress cover.
So it's a very clean mattress.
You can see right here.
Oh, yep. This is the Riggs Bibles. All the equipment manuals are in here, but also importantly, all of the service records are also in here. So anything that's been done to it, it's right here, all consolidated, ready to go. But yes, so from this view here, you can see how big the master suite area is. With this door closed, maybe even locked, you can have some privacy and have this whole section completely separate from the rest of the rig.
And having the bathroom connected to it like this with such a large doorway really does expand
Yes.
the space and make it see.
So it's the third set of pocket doors. So yep, which actually makes it really nice. We don't ever talk about this actually. If you close this and that, and that's a blackout, so you can see in the middle of the day, if I were to turn those off and turn these lights off, you can see just how the only light now is from those over. It is now black in here, and it's great for midday napping. High nappability.
Or weekend sleeping in.
Yeah.
The bathroom is fantastic because you have 2 separate sinks. That's also something I don't think I've ever really seen in a rig. 2 separate sinks in the master, which is nice. So we've got both have our own sides. I'm on this side, which is the side that has 2 more of those fantastic pull-out cabinets.
We
just
see
like
we
the
don't
ones-
even fill them up.
No, there's so much space there that honestly half of it is wasted. But
Yeah.
these are fantastic for storing stuff, just like the one in the front for that we use for spices. Small drawer here, plenty of storage underneath here.
Yep.
2 drawers here. This is not a cabinet down below, but honestly, don't miss it.
More pantry space up there, or medicine cabinet space. Yep. Just the different relays. if you have any issues with them, you can see which one's popping out, and some diagnostics in case there's ever any issues there.
This is also where the water heater is. Brian, you can talk about what kind of water heater we have.
So this one you can just set up here. It is an instant hot water heater, and you can set the temperature to whatever you'd like, which is nice.
When you're in the shower, it's nice to be able to hop out and be like, oh, I want to turn it up and make it a little warmer.
And here's the shower. So it's got, of course, the dome. So in case you're, well over 6 feet tall, it's quite comfortable. And yeah, for some reason the kids just always preferred to use our shower.
Even in our house, they were the same way in the normal house.
Behind the toilet, there's some storage. In fact, there's an extra little hamper area back here. But if you remove this whole hamper, actually, this whole box, this whole rectangular area is basically empty.
Space.
So you can use it to store any long-term items, or maybe any valuables. Yeah, any, I don't know, firearms, or any little safes or something. Some storage up above. And then this is a mass rating toilet, which we love. It's been excellent. So you have your eco flush there, and then a full flush there. So just click it home, and it forces, it's a marine toilet. And we've never had a clog or an issue with that. It's been really nice to know that we have that toilet that's never given us any issues.
As far as slides go, just so you can get a visual from there. So from the edge there, where Brian's filming between the toilet and the cabinet, to here is one slide. So this whole thing moves in and out with the bed, and the toilet is one slide.
Yep.
And then on this side of the rig,
it's the big super slide.
The super slide. And then up in the front is the third smaller side, which is the kitchen and sofa. So those all need to be, opened up when you stop.
But you can, if you just want to, if you want to leave the super slide closed, if you're just doing a quick overnighter as you're traveling, and you can of course extend the bed fully with just the bed slide out. You don't need to have both slides out to make use of this bedroom. I know a few people have asked about the condition of the valances and the decor.
To be honest, I don't think, aside from what you showed in the front, we have, I think I can honestly say we have one of the better preserved Thor Arias that I've seen.
Yeah, we've been really gentle on it too.
We've been very gentle on it, and we've just been very fortunate that our kids are also gentle.
Yeah. Oh, this cable is for Starlink. So I had Starlink sort of wired in, so I have it passing through. It's tucked in here, the Ethernet cable, and it goes up there, and it's weatherproofed up through the vent. So that lets you put if you have Starlink, you can put your satellite dish or the receiver up on top without having to run an extra cable in through a window or something. So that just comes in here, up into here. There's the Starlink modem or router right there. So I guess that's it for now. Yeah, if you have any other special requests or you want us to do a close-up photo on anything, just let me know. Thank you.